Hey guys, I'm Max.
And I'm Turbo.
We're just gearing up for the dirt bike race, but man, this isn't going so great.
Sometimes things in the garage get really tense.
That's for real. Being rude to someone who's rude to you is not the way to win.
You know what it makes me think of? David and Nabal.
Oh, and Abigail. Here, let's put those decals to good use. Once there was a man named Nabal who was super rich. He owned lots of land in Carmel, 1,000 goats, 3,000 sheep, and so much more. You could say he had plenty to share. There was a time when King David, well, before he was king, was traveling with his men in Carmel, near where Nabal lived, and they started to run low on supplies. David remembered a time when he had helped Nabal protect his animals by standing like a wall around them both day and night. Because David had helped him before, he thought Nabal would be willing to give them something to eat and drink. Once Nabal heard the request, he acted like he didn't even know David and was super rude. After all that David had done for Nabal, he was definitely not expecting that kind of response. He thought Nabal would show love towards them and be willing to help. But instead, Nabal was mean and gave them nothing. One of Nabal's servants knew this wasn't right and went to find Abigail to tell her about everything that had happened. She was Nabal's wife and knew that being rude to David was not the right thing to do. Abigail acted quickly and gathered together so many things to give David and his men as a gift. She ended up giving them some sheep, 200 loaves of bread, 300 cakes, and so much more. David was so thankful for the gifts that Abigail had brought and knew that even though Nabal was rude to him, that it wasn't loving to be rude back. So let's race through that again. David and his men needed some supplies.
They asked Nabal for help, but he was rude and said no.
David was shocked with Nabal's response.
But Abigail showed love by giving David so many great gifts.
And David chose not to be rude back to Nabal.
Because love is not rude.
You know, showing love and not being rude to another racer is the name of the game when you're a part of Good Love's racing team.
No matter how someone else treats you, you can remember that love is not rude.
So, what are you going to do with the rest of these decals?
Oh, I've got an idea. Come on, follow me.